Most people will work for 40 years and still struggle with money. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they never learn the habits that build wealth. I didn't change my income first. I changed my habits, and that changed everything. There was a time in my life when I believed something very common. I believed that rich people were lucky. I believed they had better opportunities, better connections, better starting points. And I believed that one day, when my income increased, my financial problems would disappear. But here's what actually happened. My income increased, and nothing changed. My lifestyle improved, my spending increased, my stress remained the same, and my savings were still almost zero. That was the moment I realized something powerful. Wealth is not built by income. Wealth is built by habits. Because income is temporary, but habits repeat every single day. And small daily decisions, repeated for years, either build wealth or destroy it silently. Today, I'm going to share the 7 wealth-building habits that completely changed my life. These are not theories. These are not motivational quotes. These are practical habits. And if you apply even 3 of them consistently, your financial future will look very different in the next 5 to 10 years. Let's begin. Habit 1. Pay yourself first. The first habit that changed everything for me was simple. Pay yourself first. Most people do the opposite. Salary comes in, bills get paid, rent gets paid, subscriptions get deducted, shopping happens, eating out happens, and at the end of the month, if something is left, they save it. But here's the problem. There is almost never anything left. Saving becomes optional, and optional things rarely happen consistently. Wealthy people reverse the order. The moment money enters their account, a percentage is removed, automatically, without emotion, without negotiation, before lifestyle decisions are made. I started with 10%. Not because it was easy, but because it forced discipline. At first, it felt uncomfortable. It felt restrictive. But slowly, something powerful happened. My lifestyle adjusted, not my savings. And that is when I understood something important. You don't build wealth by increasing income first. You build wealth by controlling what happens before you spend. Pay yourself first. Every month, no excuses. Habit 2. Invest early and consistently. Saving protects money. Investing multiplies it. For years, I thought saving was enough. It is not, because inflation slowly eats saved money. The real magic happens with investing, and more importantly, with time. The earlier you start investing, the less money you need. The later you start, the more pressure you feel. I didn't start with big amounts. I started small, but I stayed consistent, and I allowed compounding to do its work. Compounding is not exciting in the beginning. It feels slow, sometimes boring, but over time it becomes powerful. Money starts generating money, and eventually your investments work harder than you. That is when financial stress starts reducing, not because you earn more, but because your money is finally working. Habit 3. Live below your means. This habit is simple to understand, but emotionally difficult to practice. Live below your means, not at your means, below. Every time my income increased, I wanted to upgrade everything: phone, car, clothes, lifestyle. But I noticed something dangerous. Every upgrade created a new financial pressure, new EMI, new commitment, new dependency. Instead of upgrading lifestyle, I upgraded investments. Instead of increasing expenses, I increased assets. And slowly, my financial stress decreased because my lifestyle was stable, but my assets were growing. That gap between what you earn and what you spend, that gap is where wealth is created. Habit 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation is silent. You don't notice it immediately. You just tell yourself, I deserve this. And sometimes you do. But when every income increase leads to expense increase, you remain stuck. The trick is simple. When income increases, increase investments first, not lifestyle. Reward yourself, but don't trap yourself. Temporary pleasure should not create permanent pressure. Habit 5. Build multiple income streams. Depending on one income source is risky, even if it feels secure. I realized something important. If one income stops, what happens? That question changed my thinking. So I started building slowly. Skills, freelance work, small side income, investments generating returns. It didn't happen overnight, but gradually my dependence on one source reduced, and with that, fear reduced. Multiple income streams don't just build wealth, they build confidence. Habit 6. Track every rupee. Before I tracked expenses, I guessed, and guessing is dangerous because we underestimate small leaks, subscriptions, impulse buys, unplanned spending. When I started tracking, I felt shocked. Money wasn't disappearing randomly, it was leaking, slowly, consistently. Tracking gave awareness. Awareness created control, and control created growth. You cannot improve what you do not measure. Habit 7. Think long-term. The biggest shift was this. Stop thinking monthly, start thinking in years. Most people want fast results, fast wealth, fast success. But real wealth is boring. It grows slowly, quietly, over years. The day I stopped chasing shortcuts and committed to consistency, everything changed. Wealth became predictable because habits became stable. Here's the truth. None of these habits are complicated. None require genius intelligence. None require a huge starting income. But they require discipline. And discipline feels hard in the beginning, but regret feels harder later. You don't need to apply all 7 today. Start with one, master it, then add another. Because wealth is not built in one big decision. It is built in small daily decisions repeated for years. And if you stay consistent, 5 years from now, you will thank yourself. Start today, not next month, not next year, today.